Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. I'm Chris McGee, joined by Derek Fisher and Robert Ory. Mike Bresnahan is going to join us here in a little bit. The Lakers changed the starting lineup, a mix of new with the old, and the Lakers roll. Offensively, they looked great, guys. 32 assists, 19 fast break points, and everyone was involved, Rob.
Yes, that first quarter was lightning fast. They was passing the ball. They was shooting it very well. And the thing that I like best is that they didn't really look for LeBron. They looked for theirs. And they played the game like it's supposed to be played. They moved the basketball. It wasn't just one guy focusing on one guy, AD, or focused on LeBron. They all moved the basketball. They played really well. And you like it when the ball is hopping because that's how they get a lot of points in the first quarter.
And I think the free throw attempts, that tells me a lot as well. I think offensively, they scored 38 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second. And so, you know, we were wondering, is the third quarter going to be a bad quarter? But they came out and put a good quarter together. I think the floor spacing with D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley allowed for more driving lanes, more opportunities to get to the free throw line. They missed a lot of free throws, but it allowed them to get their defense set. And so to hold a team to 101 points in today's league is not easy to do. So, you know, hats off to the guys for getting a good win tonight.
Big shot. Everyone talked about what a big game this was, especially in the media. Yeah. Must-win game. Do you like the mindset that the Lakers came out with?
I do. It was a defensive mindset, mostly Vando. You know, Vanderbilt, he was locked in on BI, and him and
okay, Rob, we are going to go back to the arena.
Okay.
Hate to cut you, but we do have a very special guest with us. It is D'Angelo Russell. And D-Lo, welcome. I got D-Fish and Rob with me. Back in a Laker uniform.
What up?
Back in a Laker uniform for the first time in front of the home crowd since 2017. How much fun were you having out there with the fans?
Hey, no, it's so fun, honestly, get back into this arena, the excitement. Great group of guys here, too, honestly. They welcomed us with open arms, and it makes you want to go out there and play for each other. It's super fun.
It was also the first time you were playing with LeBron James, but it looked like you were teammates for a long time. Why did it work so well?
Just high IQ, honestly. I mean, you got some skill, and you can, you know, space the floor, little things like that. It makes the game easier for him. And then if you find a way to get yourself going within that rim of things, it opens up the game for yourself either. And then on top of that, with AD kind of being who he is, those guys follow every night. It's easy for a group like that to lead.
You know, D-Lo, Rob over here, piggybacking off that question, is it sort of similar how you play with Cat and Andrews up in Minnesota? Is it a similarity? I'm not saying that those two are the same as these big two, but does that make it a little easier because you play with two dynamic players in Minnesota?
Definitely comparable. Different players on the court. But obviously, you know, I'm not a guy that needs the ball every time to affect the game. You know, so I can still play off the ball and cut, make shots. You know, just to make the game easier for them. That's why I'm here. And that was so fun, honestly. It was so fun to just play with those guys and get that one out of my system.
D-Lo, D-Fish here, man. Congratulations on the win tonight. Welcome back to Los Angeles. Having experienced leaving L.A. before and then coming back, been in those shoes before, tell me from your experience, mentally, physically, just what did you feel different stepping out there on that court tonight compared to the first time you stepped on that Lakers court in your NBA career?
Comparing the first time to now, honestly, you're a young professional. You don't really know what you're preparing for. I'm all prepared for whatever's coming my way now, and I'm an adult. I'm gonna keep saying it for as long as I can. I'm an adult now, and I'm just ready to approach this with a free mentality and dominate the game every night in front of these fans.
D'Angelo, thanks for joining us. Go enjoy All-Star break, and we'll see you when you get back.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Is D'Angelo Russell. Let's start on points. 3 of 5 from 3, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 7 assists. D-Fish, it was a great question. You asked him. He's a much different person now, but his energy was great.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things for me when I watch younger players that are growing and evolving, and all players are growing and evolving no matter how long you play. We see LeBron after year 20 still evolving. But the game starts to slow down at a certain point in your career. And it's like the game is in slow motion even though you're moving fast. And D'Angelo looks different in that way compared to when he was first in the Lakers uniform. And understandably so, you know, for a rookie, second-year player, the game is fast, things are sped up. But he's playing at his pace now. He always was smooth, but he is in control of the basketball. He knows how and when to get his shots, and he knows how to set his teammates up for success. And it was really good to see, you know, just how easy the game is for him right now, which is a good compliment to LeBron and AD.
And Rob, I want to correct myself. Not a different person, different player. The maturation process. We see with Brandon Ingram when he comes into town, right? It's fun to see the guys that we had when they were really young, 19 years old, and what they are now.
I think, you know, a lot of times people forget that these guys are coming out of college after 1 year, so they're young. They're not even old enough to buy alcohol, right? So you have to have that maturation process, and then you have to learn the game, because these guys come from programs where, you know, they're the man, and now they got to share the stage with guys who are just as good as them or even better. So it takes a while to learn what they need to do to be successful. And I think D'Lo, he's been around the world. Think about how many teams he's been on and all the players he's played with. So he has had a chance to learn a lot, and he's figuring it out now. I think now, if you watch him, he plays with the smoothness, like Fish said. He doesn't rush it, because there'll be a lot of times where he come out and he forget there's other teammates on the court, and he just go for his. But now he's sharing the basketball, getting people involved, and that's the maturation.
D-Fish?
No, I'm always happy for a guy like America is literally the place of second chances, right? Like everybody gets and deserves a second chance at some point. And D'Angelo, similar to Dennis Schroeder, like there's an appreciation for putting the uniform on this time compared to the first time you did. Different for different guys, but to me, D'Angelo, even in his eyes, like in talking to him just now, like there's a clarity and a purpose and a comfort level in his own skin that it's hard to have at 19, right? And we've seen a lot of guys come through and go out of LA, and you know, we kind of put a lot of expectations on these guys at 19, 20, 21. So it's always good to see when a guy can come back. The fans can appreciate it, coaches, teammates, everybody can see how much growth has taken place.
Yeah, well said by you guys. I do want to talk about LeBron returning his first game since breaking the record on becoming the NBA's all-time scoring leader. He had missed 3 games, and just what it did for the team. And even AD. I mean, AD, this is probably his best game since he's been back, right? He was 13 of 17 for 28 points. LeBron with 21. You look at these 3 guys right here and what they combined for. 42 points between LeBron and D'Lo. Then you add 28 with Anthony Davis. And that is a big night, Rob, for the big 3.
Oh, yes. It's like what LeBron does. He makes the game so much easier for the people around him. Not with just his passing, but with his presence. Because when you know LeBron is on the floor, he's going to demand a double team, sometimes a triple team. So you just got to get to the open spots. And when they don't double team, guys are very aware of where he is on the court. So they trying to, you know, get over to LeBron and like leave their man, and that's where D'Lo gets the shot. That way AD gets the shot, and that's where other guys get the shot. So that's it's so much better for those guys when LeBron is in the game, because he makes it so much easier.
And part of tonight for LeBron, you know, having been off 8 days and not having played in a few games, tonight he was really allowing D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis, other guys to really be the focal point offensively, for their usage rate to be a little higher and his a little less. I don't think that's a bad thing to consider as the season goes on. Step on the gas when he needs to, you know, be the king when he needs to, but allow other guys to eat and do their thing. You got the scoring title. You're just going to keep adding separation there. But as these guys around LeBron get comfortable and confident in who they are, to me, that just bodes well for the team as they try and move up in the standings.
Yeah, I also enjoyed the non-LeBron minutes tonight, too.
Yes.
Up that second.
And you know what other thing is, LeBron usually hangs around and takes the ball up the court. He kind of just got down the court tonight, and I hope he does that a lot more to save that energy.
I believe on social media they called him Houdini Ham because he had a trick up his sleeve. That trick was to put in the three new guys with AD and LeBron in the starting lineup. Let's hear from Darvin Ham. He's speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
Hey, Darvin, what was the thinking behind that lineup change and early results?